Mike and I were just chatting about Gary, last time you had mentioned that you had had a fractious interaction with the applicant. So Sarah's put on the forms basically acknowledgement by the property owner that people will come out and actually review the thing, and they're supposed to be getting us new badges. So just try and make it as best we can, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, the
thanks.
problem is everybody's got cameras all over the place. That one place there on the lake there, boy, they had cameras everywhere.
That's the world we live in.
Yeah,
This is,
Everybody's got cameras.
this is true.
I just have a dog.
Me too. And
She's
I
my,
think I would let anybody in.
she won't let anybody in if she doesn't know them. She doesn't like any strangers. But everybody else is fine.
That's the good old fashioned alarm system, a doggy.
Right. That's the problem. I don't know what I'm going to do when she's gone.
Yeah, we used to have one, and she was a pretty good little guard for us. So it's cats now.
Yeah, they'll just rub up against the invader.
Would be hard to say with some of them, but let's see. We've got a big one tonight, so and the holiday tomorrow. So hopefully we can zoom through this as quick as possible. Let everybody get going here. Let me see. Anybody else? Just trying to keep track. With just the one screen, it's pretty small for me to catch everything. Let's see. I think we'll do an approval of the minutes, June's minutes.
So moved.
Second,
Second,
all in favor?
I
Perfect. Thank you so much. Mike, you got anything from the development office?
Well, we're upstairs. Not finished, but we're upstairs. And but you can't get there unless you go downstairs and through the clerk's office. So it's still a little bit of a mess. But other than that, it was a light month this month. Yesterday was deadline day, but 2 days ago, and it wasn't too bad. So we should be not as heavy next month.
We will love that. It's
Yes.
been a lot of heavy months for us here.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. Let's see, referrals from the town board. We do actually have one tonight. We'll catch that one later on. It's the ADU, the accessory dwelling unit, and that would be updating it for the detached. They currently allow an attached accessory dwelling apartment, I believe it's called, but this would be for the detached. So we'll get to that later. Let's see. Ordinance committee is going to meet Monday, and I forget what they're meeting on. Sarah just sent me that. They're looking at the ADU law again, and and the form-based code. So those are the things that they'll be talking about Monday, and that is another public meeting. If anybody ever wants to attend, it's 9 a.m. on the first Monday of the month. So feel free if you ever want to join that. It has a lot of town board members there, and other folks, staff and stuff. So it's interesting to hear the conversations and stuff. So, but you're always welcome if you want. And they do have a privilege of the floor as well. So it is also a way if you want to like bring up something to town board members and you don't want to go to a town board meeting, that might be a way too. So other than that, I guess we can get flying here. Um, did anyone have any comment on the Gerber Homes applications that were different than the comments we made for the other Foster Road ones last month?
I thought they were pretty straightforward,
Mhm.
and the zoning determinations were that they were in line with the code. So they're just building on either side of the private driveway that goes up for the other lots.
Yeah. Jim and I were wondering why we continue to review these.
I think it's because we had originally gotten them.
Yeah,
A lot of times the things that we originally get, we get to see them again.
mhm.
I would be happy just repeating the comments that we gave on the other two last month to these two. Um, it was things like don't cut down any more trees than what's shown on the plans, use
Right,
Lake Smart lawn care, use native plants in the landscaping. And it seems to me there's one other, you know, something
yeah.
like that.
And these are right at the road too. They're
Yeah.
not back in there, so.
So they may not have much in the way of trees, but I don't think it's bad to just let those comments carry through and makes it a little easier for us.
Yeah,
All right, perfect. I will use that for them. And then we'll get to Brendan Wood. Mike, do you know about this one at all?
Yes, he's putting up a barn. He initially was going to put up a barn and a solar array, but he decided against that because in that area you can't put a ground-mounted solar array. Uh, but the barn, the way it's described, I believe, let me see, this application. Was this, Pat, was this Anthony's?
no, this is Marx's,
Oh, okay. Because when they explained it,
but I think we did the original survey at one time, but they probably redid it.
oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to be under the right amount of height. It's a detached garage, and it's within 500 feet of the lake. So they are aware of what is needed, and we discussed with them shoreline guidelines and scenic view shed and all that. The piece of property looks pretty sizable, but it's going in the back. It's not obviously it's not going up in the front there. So
Mhm.
I know it's not even an acre, but it looks enormous. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a that's a big structure, but he's got the room for it.
yes,
He
he does.
does, yeah.
Yep.
I will say they did share. Is this the one? Shoreline. There it is. So the shoreline actually shows some pictures closer up here. I don't think you'd probably see it beyond the house and
No,
what they've already got there.
doesn't seem like it.
And there's
Um,
vegetation in the back of the property that blocks it from the back, and he's going to be putting it into the side of the hill. So it actually will be lower because of that.
So what I would say is because it looks like they're not taking out any trees,
No,
but they've got some things really close to the barn. They're going to have to carefully mark out the root zones for all of these trees and shrubs and make sure their construction equipment doesn't go over those root zones. Otherwise, their tree may not survive.
right.
We're in kind of a variable state of health. I don't know, Jim, do you know if those ash trees were right in the area where the barn is going to go?
There was that one ash tree that was close, but most of everything else I think was black walnut, and
Okay.
it was
Okay.
We'd be able to see those trees on Encore, kinda, would we not? Maybe? Or on the cloud photos?
I can try that one too.
That
Yeah,
would help, right?
This shows it with the leaves on Encore. Oh, nope, this picture does not.
Yeah, wintertime.
So yeah, they're gonna be back in this
Yeah.
area.
It
Yeah,
was a pretty open area back there. It, and he says he owns the neighbor, the north property there. So I think that's what he's thinking of using to get access for his materials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, they really should mark out their trees and do what they can to protect anything that they're keeping, because it looks like they're keeping everything. There wasn't any. Usually Marks notes the trees in red,
yeah,
the ones that are coming out. One second. The wind is shaking.
He's very cognizant of drainage concerns on his
Yeah.
property, and we talked some about handling the drainage off the roof of this large structure. And
So how are they handling that?
well, he was going to explore dry wells with whoever is helping them with planning and construction.
I think they need to like think about that before they get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we talked about water management was pretty much the main thing we talked about, because it does kind of slope there. You could see where it slopes. So
Swale.
he's going to have to be careful about how it concentrates, because he
Yeah.
says he has some water issues already.
hey,
Then-
Kim, could you put the site plan up that shows the barn? Please,
Sure.
there we go.
So yeah, they're definitely, if he's having some issues already with water. I see it looks like a swale or ditch or something down in here, but they're gonna wanna have a dry well or French drain or something to send that water to.
You know, he was fully aware that he needed to do that, mainly because he doesn't want to add to any issues that he already did have.
Right.
I would say they probably want to put it on their plans now. Otherwise, when they get to building and they change things, they might get sent back for an amended site plan. So I would suggest they put whatever they're going to do on the plans now.
Yeah, I think he was waiting for some communication from us, as he wants to move forward with any recommendations.
Okay.
Right.
A lot of people use dry wells. We've seen them in a lot of different applications. In fact, Marks uses them a lot in a lot of these places down by the lake. They'll put them in, and if they can direct the overflow like into a garden or some vegetation, that helps slow it down a little bit more before they get to it runs into their house or the lake or
Yeah.
wherever. So, and since we can have some of these crazy events where you get like buckets and buckets of rain in a very short time, he will want to do that. So let's
I had a
see.
question. Is the geothermal there? Is that already to the house or is that proposed for the barn?
It's already there. It's existing.
Okay.
Yeah, and he actually, I think, talked about solar panels on the south
Yeah.
side of the pole barn roof.
Oh,
So he's going to
nice.
tie into a system and
Right.
run it off of that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So they're aware that they're not digging it up and getting into their buried lines and stuff.
No, you could see where the lines were.
Okay.
There was a little bit of settling where
Yeah.
Oh, is that where maybe that is on the other oh yeah, approximate
Mhm.
location of geothermal piping. I guess that's why that's all kind of bumped over on the one side of that barn.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, if any of the water drains over there, it might just exacerbate that and make it worse where the depression is from the ground settling, because that's where the water's gonna want to flow.
Yeah, yep.
Well, it's all gonna flow to the north there, where you can see where where the lines are closer together.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
just on the backside though, if there is any water coming off that, I don't know how the pitch of the roof is or whatever, or
Oh, right, right,
if they
right.
have a
Well, that,
downspout or something, it'll run over there.
yeah, well, that's
I
where
don't
they're
think
gonna
it'd be
have
a big problem, but
yeah, they're just gonna have to manage the water.
mhm.
Yeah. Definitely. So for this one, marking out the tree root zones, um, mitigating the stormwater from the barn in some manner, whether it's I don't know, French drain would probably work out well for them. As long as they keep it well maintained, I believe those things generally work well. Um, was
Well,
there
he was concerned because he does own the north property, and that's where all the water is going to go towards that property. So being he owns that property, he's going to be even more aware of it
okay?
because that's where the water is going to run.
Well, I don't like to suggest rain gardens too much because people don't really take care of them
Mhm.
and don't really understand. But I mean, if he's got a low spot where water's collecting, it is a possibility for him. But
Mhm.
he has to understand um, the maintenance and all of the things for those. Um, Mowing them down in 2 years doesn't help you too much.
Right.
Uh, But, I mean, that would be a possibility, a dry well could feed to some place like that too, if it has an overflow.
Yeah, I think he was just looking for some direction, and I think he's thinking about that
Okay,
dealing with because I think he's the water because is flowing down through there anyway, so he knows he has to address it. Maybe he just wants to get some feedback.
okay. Did anybody else have any feedback on that?
No.
Okay. Well, we can give him some of the ideas, but he definitely can talk to his engineers, that develop these plans. They probably can suggest something. Um, And that would probably be helpful if they get something suggested before they go to the planning board. So,
But
okay. I I'm not gonna suggest a lot in the way of landscaping because they have quite a few larger trees and stuff here. But if they put in other landscaping, definitely keep native species in mind.
Yeah, there is like a brushy or wooded area in the back. I think there was poplars or back
Oh,
there that kind of
okay.
shielded it from there's a bit of a development behind him.
Okay. Well, that's nice. Don't get too many places on the down there by the lake that have too much in the way of trees
Yeah,
just
true.
just growing and doing their thing. So, alrighty. I can move on if we're all set on this one.
Yeah.
Mhm. Good.
Perfect. I did like the shoreline
Yeah,
pictures he
yeah,
shared.
that's a
Those
good idea. Really good idea.
yeah, because I mean it's definitely a different view than Encore and all that other stuff
Yeah.
it gives us. So let's see. Hide the map. Cooley Road, we have seen this one. This is now, I think, the third time around for
Mhm.
us.
Mhm.
Um, Mike, do you know anything about this one?
Yeah, they're they're amending the site plan again. They're moving their detached garage over a little bit. Everything still is going to fall within zoning requirements, but they want to put up berms around the property. Like, I think they want them 6 feet high and then plant on top of that so nobody can see in, but it doesn't make
Mhm.
any sense because the way the road is from that house, if you had a 6-foot high berm and a tree, you could still see in there. So I don't understand the logic, but that's what they're looking to do.
I mean, when we originally reviewed this one, both Edith and I had quite a conversation about putting in windbreaks because it is extremely windy
Oh yeah,
up
yep.
here on this spot. Yeah, you drive through that way,
Every day, yep.
going and coming, and it's a bad place for blowovers and stuff like that. So I'm supportive of them having berms or plantings or windbreaks. I don't know if that high is really feasible in the long run, but
Kim, there's
Yes.
another map in
there's another
this.
one.
There's another map that shows where these berms are gonna be.
Let me see, what's this
And
one?
they're also gonna be presenting a landscape plan for it. It's a Bill Grove map, but well, we were looking at it earlier.
Uh,
It might be the one that says final site plan. That says 6/5/25. It's got some like pink contours on it that indicates the berms.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
So
clicked.
go down to the choices for the site plans.
Second, I'm just making sure I'm in the right.
Yeah, you
one.
are.
I've
Because it
got-
wasn't the 24 one, it was like one of the earlier ones, but Bill Grove has it laid out where the berms are gonna be.
I know I looked at that earlier. I'm just not. Let me
No, not
load it.
that one,
No,
not that one.
Yeah.
There's another one. There's another one that's got like green shapes around the house too.
Yeah.
No.
Picture size.
Second from the
yeah,
Second from.
top. There you go. 6/5/25. Oh, that's zone. No.
That's a zoning.
No, it's one of
only
the
got
older
two
site plans. It's not the most recent site plan. It's like dated the 5th. It might be, what's the one that's dated the 5th?
There isn't one.
This
This one here, site
one?
plan that says 6/13, final site plan. Click that, please.
Sure. That's
No,
no,
which one is it, darn it all?
I,
Maybe
I,
it's this.
I know what you're
I
talking
know,
about because
I
I
saw
looked at
it.
it earlier too.
yeah, I've got it on mine, but it,
There we go.
There it is,
There
there
it
it
is.
is.
That's
That's it. There you go. And now there's an extensive landscaping plan coming your way too.
But we don't
Um,
have it currently,
We
right?
don't have it now, but I saw it today. Mr. Hackett was in our office with it, so
Okay.
we don't have it to see, but it's quite a beefy landscape plan.
So that's
But those
Ted
are the
Collins?
berms, all those purple, that's the berms going around.
Right. So that's
He-
Ted Collins? Ted Collins is.
Ted
Yeah.
Collins, yeah. Yeah,
He must have money.
Yeah.
yeah, it's quite a unique house, huh?
It is different.
Yeah,
What is it with these bizarre designs?
I don't know.
So I was thinking if they're gonna have to truck in a bunch of dirt to build like
Yeah.
Oh,
berms
sure, sure.
that high. They're gonna
Yeah.
have to really make sure that their silt fences and all their erosion controls and stuff are really spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's gonna be a lot of loose dirt, and they're gonna have to make sure that's well stabilized and
So a question I have for these berms is they look like they go right up to the property boundary.
Yeah.
What does that do for the neighbors? And how do they maintain that on that side?
It's
Are
a
they
big farm around
geocache?
there. That's Rock Acres, right? It's all farmland around them.
No,
Oh,
Well, maybe
There's a
not
couple of
immediately
houses
next
along
door,
them
but to the
too.
north, I think it
Yeah.
is.
No, on the ones on the south side that's family.
Yeah,
Beck,
Brock
Bob Beck.
Acres.
No, it's Bob Beck,
Oh,
because
Beck.
he owned this property. Because I remember
Alright.
when he bought it, because I was still living over there.
Uh,
So this, I think this is either his daughter, or it's got to be a family member. So I'm sure he's not going to worry about on the,
he's surrounded by farmland.
Okay.
well, not really.
No. Well, the tax map that ends in 46.11, that's Brock Acres, right? Both sides of the road. I think.
It's either them
Mhm.
or Faba, which is down the road.
Mm,
No, there's no farmland around this.
I think it's Brocklebank.
Yeah.
Because right across the street is, oh, I forgot her name, because she's right.
Brock Acres.
That's
Brock
Brock
Acres.
Acres. Yep.
No, that's no farmland there.
Well,
There's a
it's in that,
private
it's in that
residence.
name anyway.
That doesn't make sense.
Anyway, that's a good question, Justin. How you keep it within your own property lines?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna alter the water flow throughout there. I mean, that's
Right.
be my big
Yeah.
concern. And if it is farmland, or even if ends up being, residential there, it's a problem. I know we've addressed this at the lake before with where the water's running off the property to the other
Mhm.
neighbor. I mean, you gotta kind of apply the same thing to this if you're gonna be changing topography that much. And then there's a creek back there, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they tying into that with their little water feature that goes through there? I saw they got the bridges and stuff on there.
It's a dry feature.
Yeah, it runs right through
Creating-
by the house.
Yeah, so they're creating like an ephemeral stream.
It won't have water in it unless
Okay.
it falls from the sky.
I didn't know if they were trying to tie in the contouring with the berms to like redirect water on the property for the plantings and whatever else. I don't know. I mean,
But what you're saying about the berms is true. It will change runoff into the fields around it.
yeah, I mean, especially if it's lower than the road, I mean, it's going to be trapped on their property, or just put it on the other side, I guess, depending on where it falls or flows.
So we need a clarification on how they suspect that's gonna work in a rain event or.
Yeah, and then I guess, Mike, what does that fall under? Is that, I mean, for fencing and stuff, there's height limits, and then you have to have it offset from the property boundary as well. Does that not apply for these berms and stuff?
No, they can go right up to the property line with that.
Okay,
And it's not considered, because they're raising the grade of the soil, if they put a fence on top of it, it could be the height that is allowable, but
okay,
they're putting plants on top of it, so there's no limit.
okay.
Yeah. I was surprised to find that out too.
That'll be interesting.
So our suggestion to them is, what are we actually suggesting with that?
Well, I mean, the big question I have is reshaping the topography like that, as you guys mentioned, you're bringing all this extra soil in. Where are they going to
Mhm.
stage it? Where is it going to go? Obviously building right up to the boundary, you're going to change where the water's flowing. If that's farmland, if they get too close to it when they're tilling, doing their thing, like, are they going to start ripping into it? And that's going to be a problem down the future because the water's going to be running and cutting in there. Or obviously if there's no houses there, but if there is, like, it's going to be a problem for someone in the future if they build there or whatnot. I mean, also, does it fit into the area, like giant berms, making it kind of gated off? I don't see many of those over that side of town where they do the berming.
No, no, definitely not.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different property. I'm thinking of the one back that, that they've cleared out I thought for a house. Okay,
Oh,
this
that's
is where.
the one closer to County Road 30, right?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
now I know where we're at
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what they've had concrete trucks there. It seems like forever when I've driven by there.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, because it's built out of concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is right up on top of a hill, so yeah. water is going to flow elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm curious if the engineer, I mean, obviously the engineer they're working with should be talking to them about this stuff and designing it for that. Um, if we do get these big storms, you're literally containerizing it all on your property and you might have issues.
Turn into a big lake.
Maybe that's what the stream is for. It's all part of their plan.
Mhm.
Well, I know I have a bunch of fields like this behind my house and property, and in the spring you'll just see like little rivers running, and now I have a lot of vegetation, but you'll still see water flowing off of it. So yeah, it does kind of make me wonder, with basically making those little or big berms, what it would do around it to the farmers' fields. Yeah.
Did they have them
Wait.
to the east of the property, bounding it, or were they just on the sides of
Uh,
it?
it's every place, but I think the back.
So the back doesn't have, okay. No, what is
And they
that?
would also, if they're making it that high, I guess they've got a little bit here in the front for their sight lines, but depends how much that vegetation sticks out from those.
And then are they cutting, I guess the lower right corner there, are they channeling that or what is?
Yeah, those
what-
little darts or cuts, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I mean, they're trying to direct, I mean, they must be anticipating some water running off to put that stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, this is Bill Grove. He's pretty good.
Mhm.
He's been around a long while.
Yeah, it has the trees out back there too. Is there like a little wet area? There's got to be like a little wet area back there or something.
Yeah, that's what the blue is on there, I believe. I believe that's a wetland.
Just because
Mm.
it was never farmed, so that's probably why there's trees there.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's any notations in the general note areas that might give us a clue to that. There's an awful lot of notes on there.
There's an awful lot of notes. I have a hard time reading these things when there's an awful lot of notes.
Yeah.
It says area of federal wetland per Ontario County Encore mapping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is federally listed.
Oh, it drains. So it's gonna drain towards the house?
And underneath the house,
Yeah, that's bizarre.
because they have kind of like a little, I believe their dry stream goes under the house.
Hmm.
I don't care so much about, I think they shifted the carport some, and they shifted their spa bunker a little bit. It's like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like the whole Frank Lloyd Wright falling waters thing, but with dry beds going on in the middle.
Hmm.
Or maybe not so dry.
Yeah, they're just gonna have a hose going the whole time.
But,
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be leery of having that and confining the water, and then you have a wetland behind it that's probably soil that's not as well draining and just setting yourself up for maybe potential issues down the road.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, it looks cool, but
Well, the house is pretty bizarre now that, yeah. Every time I drive by there, I'm like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
it's a skate park on top, I think.
Hmm.
so, all right. Okay. I don't know. I think 5 feet is a bit large myself, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I think originally they had proposed 18 inches. So this is quite a change from that particular plan.
Yeah, you wonder how they came up with that.
The 5 feet and then vegetation on top.
Yeah.
Maybe we just wanted privacy. Hmm?
Yeah, so
Hmm.
more blocking views than blocking wind.
Yeah.
Oh, the windbreak. I'm all for that because that is windy there, but
Yeah, when the trees are fully grown or whatever they're putting on top, I mean, it'll look nice. It'll look like a little compound and stuff.
okay. So basically we have questions on how this will actually operate with the where the water will drain and collect and
Yeah.
how it will impact the farm fields around it. And did I miss anything?
This isn't any part of any scenic view sheds or anything over in that little stretch, is it?
Uh,
I don't think it is.
you know this, oh, the scenic vistas? I don't
Or Vista,
believe
sorry, yeah.
I don't believe so. But I mean adding trees and vegetation would
Mhm.
always be good for that, but yeah. I don't know. Okie doke. Any more comments on this?
Mm-mm.
No,
Okay.
No, good.
Get rid of my million. Seems like I was opening the same file every time.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it wasn't giving me. Gary, which one, or Jim, which one were you guys at? I'm sorry, I'm not remembering.
Sandy
Cove, yeah.
Okay, we are
Cove.
up to Sandy Cove right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have the picture you sent.
Yeah, they actually sent along a bunch of pictures, but
Yeah, the engineer did too. She
Yeah,
put quite a
yeah.
few in there.
like 30 pictures. But
Yeah.
the one I took was just of the deck that's going to be replaced with a
Montessori.
much larger deck with the hot tub and
Yeah.
everything else.
And now they have like a patio and everything on the other side of the house, right?
Yeah,
they
right
do.
on the lakeside.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's patio, like
big area.
pavers. It's in and the engineer's pictures.
Yeah. Mike, did you review this one?
Yeah, and I updated the ZLD. I downloaded it this morning. Because it falls under the new law we have now. It's two sections, and it's split by a private drive. So one section is only allowed 50% lot coverage, but they're actually going for several variances on this because they're over on lot coverage and they are expanding in nonconformities. And it's such a simple project. I don't understand why it's so much effort to get this done, but
Yeah.
it's all in the area. That's it.
Well, I gotta say, I can't support, like, they're already non-conforming with this because
Right.
they're going to the planning board for that. Because it's a pre-existing non-conformity. I really can't support them getting more. Increasing their non-conformity for lot coverage and building coverage. Is there a way they can remove other impervious?
They could, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, be something to propose. I mean,
yeah.
this
Yeah,
huge,
maybe cut
huge
back
patio.
on something.
Yeah.
So
Jim,
that's
you can speak to that. There's a beautiful sugar maple
Yeah,
that they want to cut down for this, and I think they said it was 8 inch, but that was bigger than an 8 inch diameter tree, wasn't it?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was, but
Yeah.
it was
it says 18 on the,
Oh, 18, they said,
Oh,
on the-
okay.
was it? Oh, okay. Well,
Okay,
that
that's, okay,
makes
that
sense.
sounds.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
But it's a beautiful tree. I mean, it's sugar maple, it's hardwood, and it's just perfectly shaped. It was like columnar instead of, built out.
Yeah.
it's in your picture here.
Yeah,
Right.
that's,
Right.
Mhm.
That's the one, and that's on the plans was gonna be taken down.
I'd like them to rethink that.
Yes, it ought to live for another 100 years at least.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how the neighbors would feel about that being taken out too.
Yeah, that would be a big privacy screen.
It'd be nice to get into the engineer's pictures, because she shows,
Second.
like the whole property, and there's a real good feel for all of the vegetation around there.
Photos. That's gotta be it. Hi, Edith.
Hello, sorry, I just discovered my computer was totally run down. How do you
Oh.
choose?
No, that's okay.
Uh,
So this is on the side.
Yeah. But that
Um,
faces the lake, right?
Yeah, that faces
That
the lake.
faces the lake.
Lake.
mhm.
So they've got some big shrubberies right there too. Well, that's the other side.
Yeah, now you can see the tree over.
There's the
Oh,
tree
yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm, mhm.
It's a nice tree.
Yeah.
It is.
No,
It's a beautiful tree.
They keep showing us the other
I know the
side.
other
I
side.
don't
We
know
need to see the
why.
other side. There is a
Yes.
picture of the existing deck they want to remove.
there you go,
There
right
you
there.
go. That's what they want to take out and expand on, right?
So, oh,
So
I don't
what
know.
are there? Oh, there's. I wonder what's beyond that tree, like shrubberies. Like if that tree wasn't there, what's there?
There's like a little, group of shrubs there to kind of arc around there. It doesn't.
A lot of these pictures are the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's- you
planting,
can
like a
sort of see the
planting
plant.
bed.
Yeah, I'd like to see the property line between them and the neighbor where they are proposing to take out the tree.
Yeah,
There
it's
should
pretty,
be, the map should be there. There's,
it's,
the site, it's just showing the site plan, right?
Mhm.
it looks like it's about 32 feet from the edge of the house to the property line.
Okay.
So there you go.
Mhm.
But that tree's canopy probably comes right up to the property line.
It's
Yeah.
pretty columnar. It's not
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's not a normal sugar maple, the way it's growing. It's almost like it's a variety that's more upright than,
Could be.
which makes it even more perfect because you don't very
Yeah.
often, it's hard to have a tree that stays in its bounds.
Mhm.
Maybe they're having it trimmed to keep it that way. I don't know.
Maybe.
So the lake is this side, okay. So what do people suggest? I'm
That they
not
make every effort to preserve the maple tree.
okay.
Right.
All right.
But whatever they do, they're gonna be in the root zone.
Oh, yeah. So they have to, yeah, I know. If they are going to increase their nonconformity after whatever it. Yeah, I know, if it's already a heavy coverage, they ought to take out something if they're going to increase. Particularly if they sacrifice that tree.
redesigning the deck to decrease their lot coverage and to protect the tree.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I've seen decks that actually encompass the tree, built with a port for the tree to grow through.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but they
Uh-huh.
probably don't want debris.
Probably not.
Well, big deal.
Well, yeah.
I would really ask them to rethink their current impervious surfaces. What's the most important thing to them? Having this new deck or maybe taking something out? I mean, they've got a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm sure have.
Oh, here. So there's the tree from a different view.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
Oh, there's top down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's a pretty compact for a sugar maple.
Yeah, it is. It's nicely shaped.
Yeah, it's almost was too perfect.
Well, you'd have to see the branches, what the canopy is like to see whether it's been trimmed like that or not.
Right.
Big house next door.
Definitely.
Sure do
Hmm.
pack them in there.
They sure do. They've got a lot of patio there.
They do.
Put the hot tub there.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
Mm.
I would suggest that is rethinking some of their patio area, maybe to include their hot tub. They
Yeah,
probably
there
don't want to
is-
hear that answer from us, but
No,
Yeah,
they're,
but-
yeah, I hear you, and it makes sense, and we've already discussed that, but their reasoning was they wanted privacy.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they're putting a
Yeah.
fence around it, putting it on the side, they got the hedges, so that's
Yeah.
what they want, and they figured they'd be, in the spotlight if they're on the lake.
I guess
But-
Yeah.
moving
but
it closer.
this is one of those self-made hardships.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they're already over in their coverage. So they have to think about, I mean, could you do something, I mean,
Hmm.
what did we hear in the last PRC? Mike Murphy was calling something railing and rather than
Yeah.
fencing. So railing on your patio, you could make some private areas on your patio.
Exactly.
You could,
Yep.
yes, and you could do it quickly growing a vine,
Yep. You could do it a lot of ways.
Yeah, yes, there are all kinds of things you can do.
I think there are other options for them to consider without taking down the sugar maple or increasing their coverage. And this is just, they're not like building a house. This
Mhm.
is just an
Except-
extra that they're adding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amenity. Mhm.
Correct. And sure, hot tubs are cool. But I think if they were to do something different over there, I think they could do that. And I myself would say denial of these variances.
Yeah,
I'd agree.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great idea. I mean, I think it's really neat, but
Yeah.
you gotta,
It's
Yeah,
it's such a great little tree there though, and
Yeah,
yeah.
there is so much on a lot as it is.
Yeah,
yep.
And probably
Chances-
in their eyes, it's like, well, it's really not a big deal.
yeah.
Well, it really isn't, I guess, but it's where they're located.
yeah,
And the new rules with the DEC and the Camp Big Lake wetland and all that going on now.
Yep, I
Yeah,
100%. If they lived out by Edith or me, they could certainly put it in without without a
Yes.
second thought. But
Yeah, but that's the constraint of the lot, so
yeah.
correct.
it's a good deal.
And protecting the lake is
Yeah.
really why we have the coverages.
Yes,
And,
thank you.
so their benefit doesn't outweigh the detriment to
Right.
the lake, really.
Bless you.
So,
Yes.
and they included like a million pictures.
Yeah, a lot of pictures.
Yes.
I mean, you could see it from every
Mhm.
angle and things.
Yes,
that you
including
really-
the
Extremely
sky,
well-maintained property.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful, just meticulous.
100% agree.
Yeah,
And that tree is actually in the lake views, because there it
Yeah.
is.
Mhm, there it is.
Yeah, not many like it around it.
Nope,
No. It will be gorgeous in the fall.
absolutely. They are beautiful trees in the fall.
So if they try to tweak the deck and encompass the tree, I mean, there'd be a good probability that the tree would succumb to any kind of work in that area, do you think?
Well, the lot is so cramped, I don't know how they could, they would have to use small implements and be extremely careful.
Yeah.
It,
They're building a deck and they have to dig holes to put
they've
in.
got to
pylons.
have footings and stuff, yeah,
Right,
so it's
well,
probably they'd
Yeah.
kill it, yeah.
Wouldn't-
Yeah,
It
but this
wouldn't, it
zone's-
wouldn't prosper.
hmm,
It takes an extremely careful contractor to not damage things like that. It can be done, I've seen it, but
Few and far between.
the chances of it surviving are pretty bad.
And I was just gonna say, not only the contractor, every person that works for them.
Yes, that's always the catch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
hmm.
all right.
Okay.
I will let them know we are not supportive of this one
Yep.
and suggest maybe rethinking their plans and maybe making a private, some of their patio more private.
Privacy fence on the patio would
Yep.
be,
Yep.
yeah.
And then they can keep their tree and not
Mhm.
extend the coverage. So, okay. Good enough. And 65 pictures.
Yeah,
Wow.
we've never seen that many, I don't think.
I will
The
say it
drone
did,
ones are so neat though, aren't they?
it did really help because
They
there's
do help,
a
yeah,
lot of angles here.
yeah,
That's the great technology of drones.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Definitely. All right.
Mm.
That is two of them. There's the site plan and the variance for that one. And then we have Poplar Beach.
We couldn't
Mike?
find, we weren't sure where this was at.
I'm not sure either. I haven't seriously. Mike Murphy's spearheading this one, it seems. He's been doing all the talking for us, and Sarah's been involved, but I have not heard much about it except, they cut down all these trees and then they said, "Oh, we weren't supposed to do that. Can we get
I'll tell you what Anthony told me to tell you,
Yeah.
okay? So apparently, according to Anthony, because we got the call after the fact, and then we needed a survey, and then we needed to get a plan of, a plan moving forward. Anthony said that they had taken down, because the property is owned by Friends of Poplar Beach, so the group, right?
Yes.
So I think a couple of them took down like scrub brush and dead ash. They didn't take any of the mature trees that were in there, according to Anthony, and then they they have to do a replanting, like a schedule. So he had to come in there and show the area that was, had clearing on it. And then we had to propose, a landscape plan going forward. And, it was, it already happened. It was already done. So now it's like coming back and saying, you know, this is what we want to do moving forward. I guess with the planting of more things in there.
And there
Those
is,
dead ash trees are all over the place.
They
Yeah, there's
are.
a lot of dead ash in that area.
But there
that's
is a
for sure.
plan, there's a site plan that shows the area. And this was done a little while ago, sometime last year, I think, maybe even earlier
Well,
last.
that's probably why we didn't notice it, because it's all
Yeah.
land, it's all grass now, right?
Yeah, it's all,
yeah, there was some pictures, I think, in the,
Oh, that's why we didn't notice it, because like, well, I don't see where any. It's just big lawn area.
yeah,
So it's cut and there's no development going in there or anything?
no, it's just like, it was, they took down scrubby trees and dead ash is basically.
You could still see a bunch of dead ash in the back there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's a big area
Yeah,
that,
that whole
that the
swampland
group
back there.
owns, yeah.
Yeah, it is all swamp.
and the DEC jurisdictional determination said it was a class 2 wetland.
yeah.
And let me get back to the site. So this is what they
Hmm.
let me get this moved around. So this is what they're suggesting. Now, I looked at the green area. They're proposing to put wildflower seed in.
Yeah,
It's kind of one of the standard wildflower mixes that we'll see that is kind of only like half native, half of it's not. Um, there's a bunch of it that's just annuals, so they'll be like that initial year maybe. But the problem with doing it this way is it's really hard for people to start a wildflower, like a meadow type area from seed. You
Yeah.
actually have to like clear it because there's a, quite a weed seed bank in there. And so
Yeah.
you'll get a lot of weeds coming up. And I would really surmise that people will just mow this down in like a year, maybe two.
Yeah.
Kind of like how people care for their rain gardens now.
Exactly.
It is. Oh my goodness, they weren't expecting it would be any trouble at all. Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's for the
Exactly.
sake of approval, but then moving forward,
Nothing, yeah.
the care isn't taken.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really see all of that green area just getting mowed down in short order. And I would really suggest more of a landscape plan and put some shrubs in there along with the trees. It doesn't have to all be like green plants and stuff. But if you make a plan for people and you say, like, I don't know, your Joe Pye weed or something that might like the conditions down there, that's supposed to grow in this area. And if they have kind of a plan to go with, I think it will help them in maintenance of that, because they'll not be like losing their mind when they like see, some green plants getting tall and they're thinking it's weeds, but
Yeah.
maybe it's their Joe Pye or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think something like that is going to really help these people maintain an area better if they have something that's a plan for it.
Right, right.
And
Mhm.
I know plant material can be really expensive, and that's why I'm suggesting maybe some shrubbery in there to go with the plants. And besides, I mean, trees usually have shrubs and other understory under them anyways, so
Yeah.
it would be a more natural type of planting there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
that was
And don't be going in there and mowing.
don't go. Yes,
Right.
Don't go no mow.
leave those
It's the
weed
first
whackers
year if it's the
home.
wildflowers, right, to knock
Yeah.
everything
We need a
down.
note on that.
What was that, Justin?
No, if it is it ends up being wildflower plantings, you're gonna want to cut that first year to kind of give them a chance to.
Well, like we do
To bring
on the Miller
Yeah,
Farm.
Miller Park,
Miller
yeah.
Farm pathway there, right?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah,
They mow everything over there and it grows back nice.
yeah. Well, wildflower seeds usually just hit the ground and they seed, they're not in the ground like vegetables, they
Mhm.
seed from the ground. So if you mow it in the fall, when it's going to go dormant or freeze anyway, then that puts the seed right down on the ground, and that is a help actually.
Oh,
So my suggestion is to maybe go back and do more work on their landscape plan for this. Something that they can live with that includes actual plantings of plants and shrubs. And I
Mhm.
think that will be more successful for them and accomplish what they're trying to do for this area.
Looks like
Yeah.
we've got some trees here up there, red maple, river birch, swamp, white
Yep.
oak and black gum. Those are all,
Yep.
those
Mhm.
would be, to try
Those
and
are
get it maybe
nice. Yeah.
get
Mhm.
that's what they're
reforested of it.
recommending put
Yeah.
in, right?
Well, they ought to throw in some tulip poplar since it's Poplar Beach, and they
Yeah,
are.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
They are pretty.
they
Oh yeah,
are,
they're beautiful. Yeah,
as
and
long as
they
they're
are.
not near your house because they are prone to aphids.
Well, everything has something that it gets to, but
Yeah, you just don't want
they
it near your,
tolerate damp soils pretty well.
yeah,
Uh.
I've got 2 of them and they're incredible trees, actually.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Well, I thought poplar for Poplar Beach, please.
Yep.
There you
That's
go.
a good suggestion.
And I like spice bush. They could add that.
Yeah, that's
It
Yeah.
takes
nice.
sun,
Yeah.
it takes shade, it will take a variety of moisture levels, so
Uh-huh.
that might work very well for them in there, and it's
Mhm.
pretty. It has a nice scent to it.
Yeah. The
Yep.
button bush is another one that grows
Oh,
in a
yeah.
winter area.
Yeah, buttonbush is wonderful. It's a great wildlife plant.
Very pretty too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there definitely is some things that they could add like that, and I think
Yeah. Well,
that
some
would
understory trees would be a help too, something that's not going to grow as tall as the other things, so they've
Yeah.
got a nice understory.
They got pagoda dogwood on here.
yeah.
So maybe Cornus Florida, regular dogwood.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, well, redbud is a nice understory tree and it's fairly tolerant of at least periodically wet soils.
Too
Uh,
invasive, too invasive.
Redbud, it's native.
I
It's a
know, but
great wildlife food.
yeah, but the pods, they spread seeds all over.
Yeah, they
I got-
can. Yeah.
I got them everywhere here. They're a
Oh,
problem.
really? I keep trying.
I'm
Well,
in your boat. I'm in your
I've been
boat.
too
Peter.
successful. I've been too successful.
Share your pods.
Yes, well, gather a few up and bring them when we are back in session.
Yeah, we'll
You know.
take some off your hands, Jim.
Yeah,
I'd love some
that
of
would be
that.
good. Yeah.
All I got to do is go out and I've got a little Forever Wild area. All I got to do is go out and dig up all the little plants that are there.
Little-
There you go. Well, you got
seedlings,
some
huh?
takers here.
All right, well, I'll pot
Yeah.
some up. I'll pot some
Okay.
up and get them.
Okay, that would be great.
Cool.
I would love it.
Oh, they're beautiful, that's for sure. But boy, I think they're invasive.
Really? I haven't seen
And
that. but-
I've seen them before, where they end up being a problem.
Hmm. Well, they do make a great, they do come beneath the big trees.
Yeah, that's sort of what they are here.
Mhm.
One other recommendation I would have is if this area is gonna kind of be set aside for like this wildlife slash habitat area, like maybe some signage and stuff, if that wasn't already proposed in there. Or was
That's
there,
nice.
was there in there like anything in there? I don't know that there was.
No, that's a good idea.
Yes, it
So
is.
people are aware, you know, so it doesn't
Yeah.
happen again.
Yes.
It's also
That's-
nice to teach people about that stuff, so that's
Mhm.
really a nice idea.
Yeah, it is. Just don't let them plant any bamboo or phragmites.
Oh, goodness.
Well, the frag will plant itself, right? As soon as they touch the soil.
Miscanthus. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think, you know, it's not a bad plan. I think they just need to make it more doable for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Is-
else?
Is that part of, I mean, it's not an HOA, it's Friends of Poplar Beach? Like, so
It
they
doesn't it
ultimately,
say how many people are, I thought
There
I
was
saw that,
something.
I
how
guess,
many
who
people
is
are
the
part of
entity
this.
that would be held responsible, I guess, for
See,
maintaining?
well, go back to that. It said a majority of, let's see.
Friends of Poplar Beach. I think they all had like there's this.
Okay.
I
Because
think
I
at
know when
one
we did
time
a,
I think Sarah was saying that they had to sign off on it.
okay, because I know when
So
we
that
talked
must be
about
all the people
conservation,
involved on that,
Yeah.
in that group.
okay. So like when we
No,
did
there's
this
something that
conservation,
says 8 out
oh,
of
go ahead.
14 or something. Did you see that, Kim? Oh, I
Oh,
just saw like a note that mentioned how many people are
oh,
in favor of out of,
maybe it was that one I just had open.
no, it was on the side. It was one of the choices. I
Oh, it
just
was
noticed a
another
little
choice. Okay.
notation.
So one individual owns this piece.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Where was it? I saw it. It's like 8 here. Other, under other, Friends of Poplar Beach majority, 8 of 14. Approval of the site plan application owner sign off. So there must be 14 total
Mhm.
families, huh? Am I understanding that correctly?
Looks like it.
Yeah. I think you're understanding it correctly. I think they own it together.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So all they did is they cleared the area and they just did it without getting permission.
Right. They
Correct.
just did it and didn't, I think there was a problem doing it until they found out apparently there was.
But yeah.
Okay.
Would be that.
Okay.
And I think that was the last of our,
Yeah.
and now we have the accessory dwelling unit.
Yeah.
Mike, can you talk to this or?
No.
Okay.
I have no idea.
All right. So I will share what I know. The town currently allows attached accessory dwelling units, and those can be up to 50% of the home size. The town did not allow the detached ones, so it's basically a second dwelling on the property. And it would have to use all of the same utilities. So it doesn't get separate utilities run to that the detached accessory dwelling unit. And they decided for sizing, it could be as large as the regular house or as large as it could be. Which I'm kind of like, I didn't think that was what the idea of an accessory dwelling unit was. I thought the idea was it was for, your elder mom or your,
Right.
your kids that, are just starting out and, they're gonna live there first and then maybe at some point you switch with them and, they live in the primary house and you live in the accessory, the smaller after a bit. I thought that was the idea of it, and so I am not a fan of having it be any size. I think it should be smaller than the primary resident myself, but,
Mhm.
But
um,
also depend on the lot size would have a big factor there too, I would think.
Yeah,
that it does, and it has to, let's see, the minimum I think I read in the law, the code, the minimum distance to the primary structure is like 10 feet,
Right.
but then it has to maintain all the other setbacks and zoning requirements like that. Um,
And the structure can be rented out? Is that
it
allowed?
can be rented out.
Okay,
It
yeah.
would be basically equivalent to a single family home. And
Yeah.
since you can rent out a single family home, long-term or short-term rental, this would apply there as well.
So I have a question.
Sure.
So if I have a house and a detached garage, could I
Okay.
put an additional detached accessory building in my yard? Or would I have to convert my detached garage into a different use?
I believe your garage is a different structure, correct?
Okay,
Correct, Mike?
is that, so you can actually put one in your yard if you have the room for it, kind of thing, if it's detached?
I'm understanding that correct, Mike. Your garage is an accessory structure or garage or whatever, and it doesn't count as a house, so you could still put the ADU in, correct? Maybe?
Did we lose Mike?
I don't know.
He's muted.
Muted.
I'm
Hmm.
sorry, what's going on? I had a little emergency at home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh,
It's okay.
We had a question. Go ahead, Pat.
So Mike, if I have a house and I have a detached garage,
Yes.
my question is, when we're talking about a detached accessory structure for a different use, would I have to convert my garage for that use? Or would I be able to put, like, that would be like a third little building on my lot and have that be maybe for my in-laws or my mom or,
It's depending on the zone in the
depending
AR.
on the zone, right?
Yeah, in the AR zones and the RR3, you can basically have quite a few different accessory structures on there, and then add one as this new ADU that they're talking about. Uh,
Does
but
anyone have anything like that yet in town?
over uh, on County Road 16 down near off of Seneca Point Road,
Yeah.
there is a property down there that has he used a few storage containers, and he's got a few barns, and he's got like 8 different accessory structures on there. And it's not in the RLD. But I don't know if that was all pre-existing, but he's been talking about putting some more stuff on there. So when we did the
Huh.
math, we found out he has like there is a certain limit you can go to as far as square footage. So he was a little bit over. He's going to tear a few down and then put up something new. But you can put up small ones. You can put up as many small ones as you want. But if you're starting to go over a certain amount of square footage, I don't think it's allowed in any of the zones. So, and as you know, the RLD is just very strict. But
No, you don't really mess with the RLD.
yeah, but if you're going to do, yeah, like Kim was saying, according to this new law, they can go as big as they want as long as it's the same size as the primary structure.
That seems kind of,
And that doesn't make any sense because it
No.
kind of flies in the face of everything we've been doing up to
it
this point,
does.
Yeah.
trying to prevent
Yeah.
people from building accessory structures and then turning them into rentals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Because then we would see people that would need to be expanding out their septic and
yeah,
doing
yeah.
different
Yeah.
things like this. So from an environmental standpoint, I'm not a fan of people having to like cut down more trees. We're already seeing people trying to shoehorn in,
yeah.
their septic and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
You know, if they're
I'm
sharing
all,
utilities, that's not.
yeah.
What's driving this? Is there, I'm guessing that there is a need for affordable rental single family homes. Is that?
We had a particular resident who was coming in and asking about it a lot. And
It would be a great moneymaker if you could
But
do that.
If you could do
I don't
that,
know how
yeah.
many people are really asking for it or not asking for it,
Mhm.
but I myself think it's a great idea for a smaller dwelling on your place for those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For what it was intended for like an in-law house.
Yeah.
Right.
Or to get your parents who are older, get them to live closer so you can take care of them. That
Yeah.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Well,
That was really the original intent. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But
And
not to rent it to a tourist.
Yeah.
No, and that's
It's
what's gonna
mostly
happen.
meant for like personal family use, might be the
Yeah.
intention, right?
Yep.
Right.
You're right. That's what it's going to end up being is a
Well,
rental.
it'd be easy
Yeah.
enough, I guess. People just kind of do what they do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna skirt the laws and the codes any way they can. I understand that. Okay. From when I was a homeowner, I was guilty of it myself. But uh now I'm on the other side of the fence here, and it makes it hard because you don't want them to do anything that's going to be unsafe or that's going to set a precedent that everybody's going to fight for and say, well,
Right.
he's got it, why can't I? So
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
We
it's a
already
tricky,
have that.
it's very tricky to do this. I don't understand why they're proposing this. Leaving it attached to the primary structure makes the most sense. Because if you are going to rent it out, you're going to have to be living with those people that you're renting it to.
Yeah.
Does
That's
this
what-
come from the ordinance committee? Did they already
This-
have discussions about this already? They
That's
must have.
yes, that's why I know as much as I do.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm in the dark because I don't go to those Zoom or otherwise.
one
Well,
of the big things that they kept going around and around and around is short-term rentals, because
Yeah,
people were like, people are just going to build one of these, turn it into a short-term rental,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it's never going to be for grandma or Sonny boy who it's just starting out or whatever. It's never going to be for that, and it's just going to be a moneymaker. It's just going to be a business thing. And Sarah kept reminding them that this is ADU. Short-term rental is a different law.
right.
And if you want to address
Hmm.
that particular issue, you need to go back and touch the short-term rental law,
Right, which this is not.
which
No.
this is not.
Right.
But I will tell you from an environmental standpoint that two dwellings sharing the same septic tank is a terrible idea unless they resize the septic tank and make
Yeah.
it, that should be part of the process. Also, if it is property on a well, is that well adequate for two
Yeah.
properties?
Yeah,
Yep.
If they're sharing utilities, those are two crucial ones, particularly in this watershed.
yeah. So environmental committee has a lot of questions on this.
Yes.
Or we need more understanding, I guess.
Yeah.
Does the
So-
ordinance say explicitly that it could not be used for short-term rental?
No, they can't. That's
Oh,
Can't say
unless
that.
unless they go back and touch the short-term rental law.
Mhm.
The ADU is a separate thing. It's talking about single family home, an extra single family home
Yeah.
on a parcel essentially.
Right.
And so if you want to say no short-term rentals in it, or, you know, whatever, I'm not sure how that would work, but that would be going back to the short-term rental law and updating that, which we can suggest that
Mhm.
maybe they go and look at the short-term rental law before they
Yeah.
pass this.
So
Yes.
in that law, it would have to stipulate that ADUs cannot be used for short-term rentals.
If that is what the committee would like to see, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I
because what's the goal of doing
Mhm.
this? Is the goal
Yeah.
to help families? I mean,
Yeah,
is
Yes.
is the
exactly.
goal to help families, right?
Long-term rental. Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Yep.
affordable housing, because
Yes.
this ideally would be a smaller dwelling that would be more affordable.
Mhm. Well, do add a caution about the doubling
Definitely.
of the loading on the septic system, because
Yeah.
people don't ever think about that until there are problems.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
lake is having difficulties anyway, so, you know.
Mm.
Groundwater also goes to the lake, you know, particularly
Yeah.
if they are close, yes.
So,
And
okay.
that's where the sewage goes off of the septic systems. It's
Yeah,
groundwater.
if it's a little dwelling, you want a little shower in there, probably. I
Well,
mean,
of course, and you're
you
gonna do
have to have the
laundry
little
and yeah,
kitchen, little bathroom
yeah,
kind of
right.
thing.
You know, it's
But if you're creating another 3,000-foot home,
yes.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
it
cannot
can't be
use the
like
same
that. That's too
utilities.
big.
No,
That
no,
makes no sense.
no.
yeah.
It would be a real
Then your
problem.
children will never want to leave you.
Ah, God forbid.
My kids still live with me, but
Yeah,
Yes,
but you
well, I
don't, do
just
you have their own little house in your backyard for them, you know? You
Yeah.
wanna do that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, I just gained a grandson living with me for the.
Oh,
So,
someone to mow the
nice.
lawn.
Oh, yeah.
That's cute.
But so what I'm hearing is,
Well, we don't want to see them be rented to outside
No.
individuals,
we
right? We don't
don't.
want that.
we're
Mhm.
looking for them to be
We
an
have to,
affordable housing for residents.
yeah,
Yes, for, yes,
But
and be mindful of septics
be
yes.
mind-
Do
and
be
how you're gonna
mindful.
treat the
Yes,
utilities,
and
water
loading,
and
yes.
septic, yeah,
Yeah.
wells,
Yes.
yeah.
um
Oh, yeah.
and we suggest maybe revisiting the short-term
Revisiting the
rental
short-term
law
rental law, yeah.
before
Yeah,
approving this.
that
And then
sounds good too.
How do you gonna enforce it? Like if somebody does it, say, oh, it's for my mother-in-law, and then she passes away and say, oh, well, we're just gonna rent it as a short-term rental.
It can happen. It
Ah,
can happen.
here's the thing. Short-term rentals we have a application in the development
Different,
office
yeah.
that goes out and it finds all of those. And
Ah,
so if somebody has a short-term rental and they don't have a permit, they get flagged. They get sent a
Ah.
letter saying you gotta go through the registration process and get a
oh,
permit. And eventually, if they ignore you enough, they will go to court.
mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, that seems logical.
so there is an active process that goes out and finds these
Okay.
automatically. Um, so they can't fly under the radar forever.
Mhm.
They might for a while, but
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, that answers my question.
but I wouldn't have a problem if it's like long-term rentals. Um,
Hmm.
you know, because that gets to that affordable housing thing again for
Yeah.
residents. Um,
And in general, you don't get somebody who's gonna trash the place and, and then move along, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Any other comments that you want included for the town board?
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely would like to see the size be like what the attached is. The attached is 50% or less.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's, yes, exactly. Not a
it-
whole separate house on the same
No.
lot.
Yeah.
Same size, that's,
Okay.
yeah,
I think that, you know,
that's
50%.
not an accessory, that's another structure.
Yeah. Okay. I will make sure to include that. I think from an environmental standpoint, you don't want like two humongous houses on the same
No,
parcel. And
No, because
everybody,
people will push the envelope if they
they
can.
will.
yeah,
will.
they will.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay.
Good enough. That was that. We're just down to our other bits. Newsletter will go out this next week. I did get a Bird's Bite article from Mark, but if
Yeah.
anybody wants to send me anything, and it can be, you know, links to other articles, or if you you know, find something really cool and you want to share it along, we can do that too. I've been doing some of that when I don't have another article, is I
Mhm.
just put together, you know, some little blurbs, and sometimes that's quicker. Although I want to write up sometime what the ECB means when you have like an application going to the ECB, what we're doing, and
Yeah, what we're about.
what we're
Yes, that
about.
would be good, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
sometime when I got a couple minutes, might not be until the snow flies, but but I would like to do that because I think it would be helpful.
Okay, so we got a
Mhm.
meeting. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I
It's okay,
see
Charlie. Tot and Chris are here.
what's it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was speaking to my grandson. He just
Ah.
walked in all 6 foot plus of him. Yeah, I was just telling him that his cousins are here, so.
Oh, perfect.
we also-
I
what
see you
else was written
changed the
that name?
display case, Edith.
I did, yes. It is now something about mulching. Pink donut and not volcano. Yes,
I like it.
yes, well, it's timely anyway.
Let's
I
see.
have to head out on you guys. I hope
Okay.
that's okay.
No, it's fine. I think we're in the home stretch anyway.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
everyone have a good 4th, and
Thank you,
next
you as
Friday's
well.
our FLCC thing.
Okay, well,
And
Right.
I'll hope to be loose for that, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
See you all.
Great.
Gotta
Yep.
run.
Take
Have a
care.
good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
But now, I'd like to ask a question while some of you are here.
Sure.
I know that we looked at all of the plans on Mays Landing and that the houses are now apparently condemned before, you know, after that last big rainstorm. I have been wondering if we missed something that we should have picked up on. If those houses are now have been condemned and are not able to be entered.
I don't know about this. Where is Mays Landing?
Well, it's just this is just west of the hammocks.
It's on Bristol, correct? I
It's
think-
on
Right.
Bristol, yeah.
Right. It
Bristol
was a-
Extension, yeah.
Yeah, it was well intentioned. The company that came in and talked to us about it initially, they were very enthusiastic. They wanted to get the forks in the ground right away. We're like, well, there is a process, and they're like, oh, okay. And they had to get a surety. They had to make sure that the road was dedicated in there. but they ran out of funding, and that is what happened. They started it, they did it too quick, they ran out of funding, and that was it. I don't think when you guys reviewed it, I don't think you missed anything. It was entirely on them. It was the builders, and
I
it's a
see.
shame because they really had all intentions of putting up some nice stuff. And we looked at the plans, and Mike Murphy and I reviewed them, and it looked great, but they just rushed, and then they ran out of money, and they said, "Oh well, we can't do it." So.
I understood that, I've heard a couple of rumors about it, that the basement's filled with water after that big rain, the last one.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
but they-
Wednesday rain?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
just couldn't get anything ready. They couldn't get it. They were rushing to do it, and so I think they went off the plan. But
Oh,
what was initially projected and told to us was good. It was good. So
I see.
yeah.
Well, after I saw the, the do not enter and the big red squares on the garages and that sort of thing, somebody was still out there working on the street, which I thought was odd, but I thought, gee, maybe, did we miss
Ah.
something that we should have picked up on? Were there no sump pumps? Was there, no drainage around the houses or something
Hmm.
that would cause that if it is really true that the basement's filled with water?
Well, they actually may be finishing that road because they want to get the surety back.
I
So
see.
yeah, I mean that was quite an expensive surety, and they were like, "Yeah, no problem, we got this." And they might want to get that
I
road
see.
done to get some money back. Maybe they want to finish. Who knows?
I see. Well, I could see the houses had been condemned. They don't look like as though anybody has ever lived in them.
No,
Mhm.
it's a shame.
Yes,
So
it is.
what is
Well,
that? What does that mean, condemned? That they're gonna have to be removed?
yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, that's what they usually do if the house is condemned. You
Right, yeah.
can't,
but-
you're not supposed to enter it anyway.
Well,
Okay.
condemned because they weren't completed because of
Oh.
finances. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, I guess if we didn't screw up, that's one thing at least. It just made me wonder if there was something there that we had overlooked and should have caught.
No.
Well, I
It-
saw the water coming down the side there one day after, when I went by there after a rain, and I was like, oh, that's not so good, but, so I guess it was a lot worse than I realized.
Well, we get all of these terrible pop-up rains anymore. This is going to be an ongoing condition, whether
Yeah.
you
Oh.
believe in climate change or not, like my sister doesn't, but this is what's going to happen. And
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need to be prepared for it. There need to be footer drains and sump pumps and that sort of thing. How many 100-year storms have we had in the last 2 years?
Well, that one that we just had on that Wednesday, like 2
Yeah.
weeks or whatever ago, my youngest works in Honeoye Falls, and I went out to
Oh.
get him, and it was still raining hard, and it was a pretty dicey trip on the way in, and I'm like, I can't go back the same way because I won't make it.
Right,
And so I tried to pick a different way, and it was no better.
right.
Mm.
I
And
know.
they got 5 inches of rain.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. That's too much. That's just not right.
Nothing's going to handle it. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Well, all of our engineering specs are something like 25 years old and not
Yeah.
adequate to what's happening now and what's going to be happening going forward. I mean, the most recent ones are too small.
Well,
I don't know what will accommodate a 5-inch storm in the hour, however.
But-
Well, I had an inch and a half, inch and 3/8 that last Thursday when we had our meeting. And I
Mhm.
only got it here. It was just a cell, inch and 3/8 in less than an hour. And it made a mess out of my driveway. And it's just amazing. The water just, I mean, my house is not imperiled because I'm the way it's laid out, it's fine. But the creek behind my house, it's just a runoff stream was roaring. So it's different. Things are different. I've seen a lot of difference here. I've seen the Seneca Point Creek that runs through here has changed complete course since I've been here.
Oh, yeah. Well, streams do. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they do that, but it's just, you know, to see it in your own eyes, it's like, wow.
Yes, I know.
Something to think about is now, Gorham had code that required people to put in stormwater mitigation for any new construction that was down on the lake. I don't
Yeah.
think it's bad for everybody to be doing it because it all runs downhill. It's all gonna go
Oh, yeah.
someplace.
Yep, it all ends
And
up in the lake.
and it all winds up in the lake
Yeah,
or whatever watershed you're in.
yeah,
And I mean, if everybody starts dealing with it a little bit more, you
it
know,
would be a big help, yeah.
I think it will help in some of these because, I mean, when I went out to Honeywell Falls, everybody's, yard was a pond or a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was,
Mhm.
raging rivers running alongside the road or across the
Yes.
road. And I mean, if everybody can kind of start doing their little part, or we, really encourage more trees and shrubs to be kept, um, which is also a help. Um,
Yeah,
everything, every little bit I think can help with some of that stuff.
right.
It's like those pictures I showed you at that meeting from up on Bedford Drive there, the amount of water that comes off of that. And I know they've had flooding on the lower part there where the new road's supposedly gonna go. If they do that development, they're gonna have the same water issues there
Yeah,
because it all runs downhill. And I mean, I was amazed when I saw the amount of water coming down there, and that was not, that was after the pictures were taken.
Are there any
Yep.
grant opportunities for folks who are going to be affected to do some of these retroactive measures to try to correct and mitigate? I wonder if there are funds available
And I know there's funds for like municipal
for
projects and
municipalities,
stuff.
but for individuals.
I don't
well, FEMA
don't
is
know.
not prospering these days.
No, yeah, it is not. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think it will in the near future. Um,
FEMA would be the source of any kind of grant funding for um,
Oh.
upgrades for things like that. And they're,
Gonna be history.
yeah, they are.
But we could conceivably propose new code or new laws or something to try and, any new construction has to have stormwater mitigation. It might be as simple as French drains and,
Yeah, well, that's,
whatever people put
yeah.
in. But that's what Gorham did, is they left it kind of more nebulous, and then it was up to, whether it was the planning board or, whoever's reviewing the building permits or whatever, they get to make the decisions about that stuff. But that's an idea. I mean, we
Yeah.
could definitely propose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spend part of the year down in North Carolina, and all the houses now are on stilts just
Ugh.
because of this reason. It's
Right.
all the new construction now.
Yep. Well, that's proactive.
Yeah.
That'll help. Yeah, okay, well, thank you for answering my question. I was curious about that group
Wow,
of houses.
I didn't even know that. That's, wow.
Well, drive by and take a look. Yeah, I come out that way sometimes, and I was astonished to see the markers on the houses and the garages, and thought, oh man, did we miss something really bad here? But if not, then I guess it's really too bad. That's a real loss.
Yeah. Those are nice
The
little
one
homes.
question I have for that is, moving forward, if someone comes in and buys that, are they obligated to the conservation agreement?
Oh, good question. I think they might have to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's goes with the land, like a variance.
Cause I know that was one of the
That
weird
was-
things when
yeah.
we looked at it,
Yeah.
is that's what they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, well, that'll be something to watch, won't it?
Right.
Was there anything else anybody wanted to talk about?
Leaving on that happy note.
Yes, well, sorry to keep you.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
Perfect.
It helps us for the future. I mean, I can probably not while we're so busy with applications, but maybe later in the year we can look at maybe maybe the code is just as simple as if you put in new construction, you have to put in stormwater mitigation for
Yeah.
whatever structure you're adding.
Yeah, footer drains would help for these, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And I noticed people are going to bigger gutters. They're going to the, what are they, what are they, 6 inch, 5 inch gutters now? That's getting to be the norm. Or,
Yeah,
so, I mean, if that's the norm, think about how much water those things can handle.
yes. Well.
And it
they
still
will
comes
have
down.
to- Yeah,
And it's constant, all that concentrated water.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll be something we have to talk to codes about updating for the stormwater. I know we brought that up on the lakeside houses before too, with the amount of water. Just codifying it basically.
Yeah, think about
Or 250-year flood, I guess.
it.
Well, we keep getting them.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, it had to be more than the 250. We had to be probably closer to the 500.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Uh,
no,
don't buy anything near Sucker Creek. Or
Yes,
Sucker Brook.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Coming
all
out to
wildlife
meet
area
you.
now.
Yeah, I'm coming to
Huh.
meet you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Alrighty. Well, if nobody's got anything else, I just need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Hi.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
Kim. Yeah.
And I hope you have a good 4th, everyone.
yeah,
Thank
You
you.
as well. Enjoy the long weekend.
Thank
Yeah.
you. You as well.
Yes.
care.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
bye-bye.